Hello and welcome to Outsiders Weather and the Skeptics Ice Age Watch.
Timer is on, and the leaves that are green turned brown.
Remember when people used to write those pretty songs about autumn, like Simon and Garfunkel, or this one?
The falling leaves drift by my window.
Well, autumn seems to be a thing of the past these days, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, which has lurched straight out of summer into the depths of a freezing cold winter. An historic Arctic blast has brought record low temperatures to 70% of the USA. It should still be autumn, but more than 240 million shivering seppos are under winter warnings, watches and advisories, with weather officials projecting even lower temperatures to come, and over 100 weather observing stations across the US forecast to tie or break their record low temperatures. Freeze warnings continue into the deep south, with freezing temperatures in Florida this morning, CNN reported. In Canada, Ottawa, Kingston, Cornwall and Maniwaki all recorded temperatures on November 13 as low as -14 or -15 degrees Celsius, breaking all-time low temperature records for this time of the autumn. And it appears autumn has also completely skipped Scandinavia this year. Norway, Denmark and Finland have been breaking all-time cold and snowfall records, as has Sweden, the nation whose central bank this week dumped their Australian bonds because we aren't doing enough to tackle climate change. Australia is a country that is not known for good climate work, said the Riksbank's Deputy Governor Martin Flöden, sounding just a teensy bit like fellow Swede Greta Thunberg. Greenhouse gas emissions per capita are among the highest in the world. As a result of our investment policy, we have sold our holdings of bonds issued by Queensland and Western Australia. How dare we invest in your evil Aussie bonds? You have stolen our childhoods and all our dreams. Actually, I made that last bit up. But obviously, the Riksbank doesn't have any windows in it. Otherwise, Deputy Governor Martin Flöden might have looked outside before he spoke. Even though it's only autumn, or höst, as they call it in Sweden, Swedes have been suffering freezing väder. More typical of January than autumn. Cold väder warnings were issued for the ironically named Värmland, which has had more than 20 centimetres of early season snow, and heavy snow fell near Stockholm on the outskirts of Stockholm. Hope they didn't sell those bonds too cheaply. Oh, and back here in Australia, it looks like the Bureau have been up to their old tricks again. According to the wonderful Joanne Nova, this is the BOM's old chart of February temperatures going back a century, and here is the new one, homogenised and adjusted chart, where, surprise, surprise, the national average maximum record has gone up in the last few years. No site data has changed, says Joanne, but the latest national average got hotter, while World War I got cooler and 2018 got adjusted. Why, asks Joanne. And why do we pay these people, these clowns, over $1 billion a year? And that's it from the unadjusted Outsiders Weather and the Skeptics Autumn Almanac.